One of the things I love about CrossFit is the fact that we can compete in CrossFit in major competitions at all ages. You know, whether you're 22 or you're 52, there is a lot of competitions that can really provide us with such an amazing experience in this sport. And so this is why I love this sport. I get to do this for the next 20 years. In fact, I was thinking about the CrossFit Games this week and how during the awards ceremony, I ran into Kevin Coaster. So he's 54 and he's exactly who I want to be in 10 years. I want to be as fit as that guy in 10 years. The fact that I could do that and accomplish what he's accomplished in 10 years, it's just to be amazing. Then, you know, fast forward 12 years from him, Dave Hippensteel, I think he's 67 years old, and he came up to me during the awards ceremony and he was like, "Hey Jason, it's great to meet you. You know, I really, enjoy watching all your videos." I'm like, "Dave Hippensteel, dude, you're an idol for me. Like, you're 67. If I can do what you're doing in 22 years and be here at the CrossFit Games in 22 years, I will be a very happy human being." So, all that to say that there are some really neat opportunities for competition in the Masters community. So thank you CrossFit, and thank you to all of the organizations that put on major competitions for us. So now we have the 2021 Legends CrossFit Championship Qualifier. All of the events have been released, and I am going to talk about my strategy for every one of these events. I don't have to compete in this qualifier in order to earn my ticket this year. Last year I did, but this year my performance at the CrossFit Games earns me an automatic invite to the championship. But these qualifier workouts look really fun. So I guarantee after I do a triathlon in like 7 days from now, I am going to jump in on these qualifier workouts and attack them. As you go through this video, in the description below, you'll see timestamps for every one of these events. So you can skip to the event that you're going to test that day to hear my strategy, just to make life a little bit easier here. Let's jump into these qualifier workouts. Legends Qualifier 21.1 is three 3-minute AMRAPs with a 1-minute break in between each AMRAP, total of 11 minutes. The score is the total reps completed. In the first AMRAP, you have 10 cleans at your first weight. For me, that's 135, 10 toes to bar, and you're gonna AMRAP that. In the second AMRAP, 8 and 8, and on the cleans, it jumps up to 155 for me. And in the final AMRAP, it's 6 and 6 with the cleans being at 185. So this workout is a balance between finding yourself not absolutely blowing up when the weights are light so that you can accomplish additional reps in the later rounds. And in my mind, on the other hand, getting as many reps as you can while the weights are manageable. The first AMRAP in my mind is totally unbroken on toes to bar. In fact, unbroken, always on the toes to bar. That's just a no-brainer. That's the restful portion of the workout for me here. I'm gonna breathe, I'm gonna relax on the toes to bar, and then as soon as I get off the toes to bar, I'm gonna make those transitions back to the cleans very, very quick, and vice versa, from the cleans to the toes to bar. There's gonna be fast transitions there. As far as the power cleans, I'm gonna go fast singles on every one of the power cleans, keeping the intensity high, the speed high. Strategically, I'm going to try to use dead drop plates as opposed to high temp plates. I don't want to be bouncing around all over the floor. I want it to drop, pick it up, and go. Drop, pick it up, and go. You know, it reminds me of the age group online qualifier where we had 75 power cleans and then a bunch of double unders. I remember thinking I could just touch and go like crazy on those power cleans and just, stack up maybe 20 touch and go to start and then just do singles from there, maybe sets of 5. And then the more I thought about it, the more I realized burning myself out and creating tremendous amounts of fatigue early on is not a great strategy. Instead, fast and consistent wins the game. This workout can get very grippy, so touch and go doesn't feel like a correct strategy. Fast singles feels appropriate, and I can do very fast singles at 135. Bump it up to the next AMRAP, I can do pretty fast singles at 155. Third AMRAP at 185, those are going to be slower singles, obviously. So my goal is to get as many reps as possible without blowing up in those earlier rounds. And on that final round, just biting off every single rep that I can, particularly on the power cleans, resting on the toes to bar. So the overall strategy on this workout for me, accumulate as many reps as I can using single power cleans, unbroken toes to bar, and finding a pace that will allow me to maintain intensity and speed throughout the entire workout. I'm not going way too fast at the beginning, and I'm not slowing down way too much at the end, but I am definitely trying to get as many reps as I can in those first 2 AMRAPs, and then just chipping away at that final AMRAP. That's my thought on that one. I think it's gonna hurt a lot, guys, obviously with that many power cleans. But that's what I love about this workout, and also on that 1 minute rest between the first and second AMRAPs and the second and third AMRAP, I'm thinking about really trying to calm myself down, focusing a lot on breathing, exhaling all the CO2 that's built up in my system, calming everything down, resting my hands, resting my arms, shaking out my shoulders a little bit, like literally finding a calm, peaceful spot for that 1 minute to just be. And then 3, 2, 1, go, crush it again once that clock starts. Enjoy that one, guys. I can't wait to see how all of you do. Legends Qualifier 21.2 is 4 rounds for time. We've got 75 double unders for my age group. Other age groups have some other variants for those double unders, so make sure you check that score sheet. 40-foot double dumbbell front rack lunge, 50-pound dumbbells for my age group, which is great. And then 4, 3, 2, 1 on the rope climbs for each consecutive round. My thought on this workout, here's how I'm going to approach it. Unbroken double unders. I feel like that's obvious. Or big sets, you know, if it's 40, then 35 with a quick break in the middle there, I would be okay with that, and that may be something that I revert to in the 3rd, 4th round. But I'm really trying to go big on those double unders. Double unders aren't something that are overly taxing for me. I'm going to relax my shoulders, relax my wrists, just settle in to a nice rhythm on those double unders. One tip that I use for double unders, particularly when I'm in competition, when there's things going on around me, I could be really distracted, is I just stare at one spot on the ground to get through those double unders and just focus, just hang out right there. Maybe even listen to the music if it's playing to help me just be settled there. Hit that big set. Pick up those dumbbells. On this front rack lunge, I am going to pop them up onto my back right there. That is something that saves my shoulders significantly, as opposed to holding them right here on my shoulders. So get them up onto my back. Most of the weight is sitting on my trap muscles right there. I've practiced that a lot. I can efficiently get those dumbbells there quickly in order to get into those front rack lunges. As we move through those front rack lunges, it's just step by step by step by step. This is not something that should be overly difficult for us. We've done a lot of lunges in our lives, a lot of lunge walks. It's something we should be prepared for at any time. So we get through that, and now here's where the strategy comes into play on rope climbs. In my opinion, rope climbs are something that you have to know your capacity really, really well. For me, I know that 4 rope climbs can be done fairly quickly. I can get through those 4, get those 3, 2, 1. This is not a situation where I'm going to touch the ground and jump right back up on that rope. I will literally do the rope climb, get down efficiently, take a step back, take a deep breath, go again. Step back, deep breath, step up, go again. And I'm going to do that for each one of those. This is where pacing comes into play. I don't want to overly gamble on rope climbs by going so fast that when I get back to the rope climbs, I find myself at a stuck point or a sticky point. I want to move quickly through those. And I also want to be thinking about when I get back to the double unders and the walking lunges, I want to be thinking of that in my mind at least. Although my body may not agree with me, I want to be thinking, okay, finally, I'm on these double unders, I'm resting from rope climbs. Okay, cool. These front rack lunges, I'm resting here as opposed compared to the rope climbs. This actually reminds me of a workout that we did at the 2019 CrossFit Games that was rope climbs, front squats, and double unders. And I remember thinking that, yes, the front squats got really tough. They were painful, really, really painful. The double unders, it was a sets of 60. Those were not super challenging. The goal was just to stay focused and not break. That's literally how I did really well in that event, is I just didn't break on those double unders. And the rope climbs in that event, I was surprised that I didn't need more rest. It was 5 rounds, there was a total of 15 rope climbs in that particular workout. I just remember thinking like I did need to take a huge rest between the rope climbs, but I did need to come down, take a breath before going back up, and that's how I'm going to approach this particular workout. In my mind, it's all about rope climbs, not taking too long, not going too fast, and knowing your capacity. Knowing that if you are really burning out on a rope climb, you might need to take a slightly longer break there, but again, it's a descending rep scheme. Find a pace, don't trip up on double unders so that they could just be nice and fluid, almost relaxing when you do those. Front rack rocking lunges, ouch, it's just painful, just get through it, because when you get to rope climbs, it's just core movement right there in my mind. It's almost restful from the lunges. It's funny how much I think each individual element is a rest from the other element. And that's honestly, most of my workouts are mostly a mental game. So this workout is a heck of a mental game. Move fast. Don't make mistakes on double unders. Front rack walking lunges. Be consistent, steady. Just get through those. Know how many steps it takes to get 40 feet across so that you know where you're at any point in that walking lunge. And rope climbs. And take that quick break. Get back up. Keep the momentum going. And log yourself a good score. Good luck on this one, guys. Legends Qualifier 21.3. Is anyone ready to do some burpee box jump overs? Because that's what this workout is. It is a ton of burpee box jump overs. That's everything that jumps off the page in my mind on this workout is, oh my God. Burpee box jump overs are just so challenging because you can't go blazing fast. You can't just tear through these on a workout that has this many in them. 90, I believe, is the total. Yes, 90 burpee box jump overs. The time cap on this is 15 minutes. So we have 10 burpee box jump overs, 10 overhead squats, 20 burpee box jump overs, 20 front squats, 30 burpee box jump overs, 30 back squats. Then we're back down, 20 burpee box jump overs, 20 front squats, 10 burpee box jump overs, 10 overhead squats. So I'm not worried about the squats. Overhead squats, 10, that's fine, especially the first set of 10, like it's literally no big deal. Squat snatch it, get going, find your rhythm. Even after the first 10 burpee box jump overs, these squats are gonna be no problem. You're just gonna get through them. Now, the workout has really started. You've got 10 and 10 out of the way. You move on to the set of 20. The 20 burpee box jump overs just need to be machine steady. Find out for you what the best strategy is on burpee box jump overs. I've tested multiple ways of doing burpee box jump overs where I do the burpee, snap up, 2 feet jump, up on the box, 2 feet off, step, drop. There's multiple ways, or you could jump up on the box, spin, step down. You can step up from the burpee, spin, step down. The way that I will accomplish 90 burpee box jump overs here, standard burpee with a step up, jump up onto the box, step down, step back, and drop. I'm trying to minimize the amount of steps that I'm taking with every one of these movements. So the burpee box jump over can take some time. And if it takes you an extra half second for every one of these burpee box jump overs, that time can add up tremendously. So what I try to do is find a particular direction that I turn on burpee box jump overs. So I'm not spinning because that just makes me dizzy. And on one side of the box, I'm stepping up with my right leg from the burpee, jumping, turning one direction, step down, drop into the burpee. Then I'm stepping up with my other leg up onto the box, turning back in the same direction. So I'm always facing one particular direction as I turn around on the box to step down. I sort of spin on that box, step down, drop. So I have that rhythm. And I know that when I'm focused mostly on footwork and minimizing my footwork on burpees, it actually distracts me from the pain of the volume of the burpees that I'm doing. Hope that makes sense. Find your rhythm, focus on your rhythm, let your judge count for you. You just focus on your rhythm and all of a sudden you'll be done with 20 burpee box jump overs. Then we've got 20 front squats. Squat clean it and just get going. Don't drop that bar. It doesn't make sense to drop that bar ever. It's gonna hurt. Shoulders will probably start to turn into fire on those front squats, but that's fine. You're gonna be done with them very quickly. For me, I'd probably do a set of 10 to 12. Take a break on my rhythm and then finish up. Drop that bar, then back to machining through the burpee box jump overs. A set of 30 is a long set. It's gonna feel arduous, but if you just focus on your rhythm, your footwork, your steps, to make that as precise as possible, you'll find yourself done with 30 burpee box jump overs fairly quickly, okay? Back squats. Clean, pop that bar over your back. In my mind, I think of this as a set of 11, then 10, then 9. I just like to think that way. Call it, I don't know, OCD, but that's how I'm gonna think of this. I'm gonna do 11, take a breath, 10, take a breath, 9, take a breath, dump that bar. Now I'm back to burpee box jump overs. We talked about that, how I'm gonna stay focused there. Second set of 20 front squats. I think this is where the rubber meets the road with regards to pain. I think this set of front squats is gonna be super painful. You're gonna wanna drop it, but in my mind, I know what I'll be telling myself is hang on to this bar because you're basically done. When you're done with those 20 front squats, you're basically done with the workout. It's kind of like today is Thursday, which is basically the weekend. Sometimes I think of that in my mind. So finishing those front squats, drop it. You've only got 10 and 10 to go. 10 burpee box jump overs. I'm just gonna machine those. I'm not gonna start sprinting yet because I still have 10 overhead squats, which are gonna be really hard this time. For this last 10 overhead squats, I will likely power clean it to make sure I'm well balanced, not dropping a barbell. 10 overhead squats, drop it, and done. So there's a couple of pivot points in this workout where if you can hang on, give yourself a mental reward, like those 20 front squats. The mental reward is, gosh, I'm basically done with this workout. I just got 10 and 10 and I'm done. On the burpee box jump overs, to give yourself something to focus on as opposed to the total reps that you have to complete, focus on the precision of your footwork on those burpee box jump overs. Minimize the amount of steps, find the exact rhythm, hit that exact rhythm on every single one of those so that you maintain a nice pace through that. All right, guys, it's a good one right there. Can't wait to do it. Can't wait to see how you do. Legends Championship Qualifier workouts 21.4 and 21.5. This is a 2-score workout. Super fun what we've got here, guys. The first workout has a 6-minute time cap, and it's a variant of the workout Diane, which is gonna be really intensive for the entire body. And then at the 6-minute mark, we gotta do a 1 rep max snatch. So, okay. Legends Qualifier programmers, you've got us dialed in for some pain here. Here's how I'm going to approach this workout. There, in my mind, is no reason to game this workout, to try to go maybe a little bit slower on workout 4 so you can max out workout 5. Like, that's just not a well-rounded strategy in my mind. You know, maybe you can snatch 300 pounds. Maybe you just kind of sit out this first workout, but it just doesn't make sense. Let's do this workout, all right? You know, Diane is a pretty quick workout if it's just deadlifts and handstand push-ups. They throw in this mix of wall balls to really mess this whole thing up, and that's okay. And it's also in a backwards order. Okay, so they just really went for fun here. So here's what we got: 21 wall balls, 21 handstand push-ups, 21 deadlifts. 15, 15, 15, 9, 9, 9, obviously. All right, wall balls, unbroken. No question about it. Like, there is no reason to take the time to break up wall balls. It's going to take too much time scoring-wise, and you should be able, even at the max effort you'll be doing in this workout, you should be able to do those wall balls unbroken. Handstand push-ups. Boy, I would love to say that I wouldn't need to break these up, and maybe I wouldn't need to, but I think strategically, I will break these up. The 21s, I'm going to break up into 11 and 10. Or 12 and 9. I prefer 12 and 9. I'm going to break those up right there. And that's not because I can't do 21. It's because I want to limit the pressure and the fatigue that builds up in my shoulders. When we get to the deadlifts, they're just slightly lighter than standard Diane, so I'm going to rep out those deadlifts unbroken as well. All right? Finish those deadlifts, get right back on that wall ball, no break in my mind whatsoever. Grab that wall ball, get through 15, take a breath. Now I'm going to go 8-7 on the handstand push-ups. 8 and 7 are such manageable amounts for me to chew up that I know I can do that. Even with fatigue, I know I can go 8-7. Then 15 deadlifts, no big deal. 9 wall balls, no big deal. Now this last set of handstand push-ups, it's gonna really depend on how I feel. If I feel good, I'll go unbroken. I'm not worried about the snatch yet, at all. If I am really struggling and I'm maxing out at any point in the handstand push-ups, I will make sure that I never have a handstand push-up that has me battling tremendously for the lockout. That's game over on the handstand push-ups. So for you, you may break up those handstand push-ups more than me, and that's totally cool. I'm talking about how I'm approaching these workouts, but definitely break up the handstand push-ups in such a way that you never max out the effort. Take 5 seconds, even 10 seconds to let your shoulders recover and get back into those handstand push-ups. If you go to failure, you'll be in trouble later in this particular workout. So when I get to the set of 9 unbroken wall balls, see what I can do in the handstand push-ups. If I feel good, I'm going unbroken. If I need to break it up into 4-3-2, 3-3-3, or 5 and 4, I'll do that depending on how I feel right there. 9 deadlifts, literally nothing. Okay, workout is done. There's not much time between this workout and the 1 rep max snatch. At exactly the 6-minute mark, no sooner, we need to start hitting this snatch. And we only have 4 minutes to hit this 1 rep max snatch. I know strategically in my head that I'm going to be able to do probably 3 snatches, maybe 4 here. Depending on when I finish the first workout. I feel like I'm gonna have 90 seconds, maybe 2 minutes to rest before I do my first snatch, but I'm definitely gonna need at least 2 minutes. So I may not do my first snatch at the 6-minute mark. You know, I may wait till the 6.5-minute mark, maybe even the 7-minute mark, depending on when I finish workout 1. before I hit a snatch that I just know I can hit. So I'm going to talk about my numbers, guys, and my numbers aren't great on snatch. And I'm also paying attention to the fact that I'm pretty fatigued in every area of my body from the first workout. You know, from the muscles that I need to snap, like my legs for the lifting, to blocking out overhead. They've destroyed all of those muscle groups delightfully. Good job, guys. Now we've got a snatch. So I'm probably going to go for something like 155 on my first snatch. My goal weight in this workout would be to hit 185, 195, maybe 200 on a snatch. My 1 rep max snatch nowadays is 215. I hit 207 at the CrossFit Games. I don't feel like I'm going to hit that here. I'm going to be pretty fatigued from the first workout. I also know that when I am fatigued, often I snatch better, and that's just a weird thing for me. So here we go. We've got 155, our opener. This is, I can hit this snatch. I'm not stressed. I could hit this snatch all day. For the second lift, again, I'm going to try to hit 4 lifts here. Second lift, another fairly safe lift. I'm just going to get a score again that I'm pretty confident in. Third lift is my goal lift. Like, I want my third lift in this workout to be 185, and I'm going to aim to hit the 185 pound, my goal lift, at the 3-minute mark, if not 2.5, 3-minute mark of the total of 4 minutes. But now I'm getting towards the end of the time. Once I hit that, my goal weight, I'm going to feel pretty excited about it, and I'm going to throw on 5 or 10 pounds more. So I'm going to go for 190, 195, maybe 200 here, depending on how that 185 felt. And I'm going to give another attempt in about 30 seconds. I love having a stretch weight to just go for. Feels great. And if I hit it, I'll be ecstatic, but I know that I want 185 on this one just to get that on the board. That's my goal weight for this workout. Plan for 4 lifts. Make your third lift your goal weight. Fourth lift, your stretch weight. Make sure those first 2 lifts are just something to get your body, your central nervous system transitioned to snatching. Building confidence, building the excitement that your body gets when you're like, oh, hit that snatch. Hell yeah, I know how to do that still. Then the next one, okay, see, I do know how to snatch. Third snatch, hit your goal weight. All right, feeling good, and then go for your stretch weight. So that's my plan on this workout. This is a great one. I love this combination. I can't wait to do it. Legends Qualifier 21.6 and 21.7. So here's how we finish off this qualifier. It's another 2-part, 2-score workout. The 2 workouts have a 20-minute time cap. The first workout is 4-time, 180 calories on the rower. When you finish that, you go right into the next event and finish out that time. So if you finish that row in 9-10 minutes, then you've got 10 more minutes or 11 minutes for the second part of the workout, the second scored part, or 21.7. So this is kind of fun. Whew. Really tricky stuff here. We're obviously getting fatigued on the rower on a very long row, the longest row that I've seen in a competition, besides something like the CrossFit Games or something, and then going into some high-level gymnastics work, which is really cool. You have to earn the gymnastics after you row here. Now for me, this is one of those workouts where I'm not gonna be super strong on the row. That's just not one of my strengths. I won't be terrible, but it won't be my best score overall. I'm just, I'm 5'9", and I'm not an amazing rower. Then I get to shine on the gymnastics work. So this is a really fun combination. Well done, guys. Here's how I'm going to approach this. I'm going to go for a consistent speed on the rower that will net me, ideally, 20 calories per minute. Ideally, if I do that, I'm done with this row in about 9 minutes. In reality, I feel like that's going to be a little bit too aggressive, but I'm going to go for that. I'm going to aim for 20 calories. I'm not going to try to bust out 30 calories on the first minute and then just see how it goes. I'm going to go for 20, find that pace for 20 calories, first minute, second minute, third minute, fourth minute. If I end up slowing down at all, that's okay. Could happen. So I'm thinking that on average, this row is going to take me 9 to 10 minutes. I'm not really probably going to get going on handstand walks until the 10-minute mark or a couple of seconds after that. Now, thankfully, for me, getting off that rower, ideally, and kicking right up into a handstand is not a huge problem. We do have to do these handstand walks in 10-foot increments, and here's what part 2 is. You've got a 20-foot handstand walk, minimum 10 feet before you come down. So minimum is significant here. So you have to be good at handstand walks just to get through that. Then 4 bar muscle ups. Next round, 20 more feet of handstand walking. So now we're at 40 feet of handstand walking, and add 4 bar muscle ups. So now we're at 8. Next round, 20 more feet of handstand walks. So we're at 60. 4 more bar muscle-ups, now we're at 12. So here's how I'm going to approach part 2. I'm going to be fatigued. This is a bit of a long workout, so I'm going to do those handstand walks. I think it's just go 10 feet, kick down, turn around, step up, go across. I probably want to step down every 10 feet, even though I could easily go 20 feet. It's not a problem at all. But I just want to find a rhythm and a pace to chip away at the second part of this workout, which is going to be a bit long. So 10, 10. And on bar muscle-ups, I'm going 4. There's just a no-brainer. It's an easy 4 bar muscle-ups. Then on my next round of handstand walking, I'm just going to do sets of 10. 10, 10, 10, 10. And then over to bar muscle-ups. 4, break, 4. I could do 8 bar muscle-ups there. I don't feel like that's a huge problem, but I'm thinking I want to pace this and do the handstand walks in chunks of 10 consistently, bar muscle-ups in chunks of 4 consistently. And obviously I'm going to minimize the rest in these early rounds because it's just not that much volume. When we go into the next round, probably going to be taking a breath or 2 between the handstand walks because now we're getting up to 60 feet on handstand walks, and that's going to take quite a bit longer. I am coming down, shaking it off, turning around. I'll probably try to find a rhythm to that, to just kick up and not wait too long, not rest too long there. And on the bar muscle-ups, the same thing. Get 4 done, drop, take a breath or 2, re-chalk, 4 more, re-chalk, 4 more. I think chalking is probably going to be my rest. Just don't spend all day at the chalk bucket. Just get a little more chalk, take a couple breaths, and go. I'm going to do the same thing until we get to the last minute of this workout where whatever I'm doing, I'm going to go max effort. If I'm on bar muscle-ups, I'm going to get as many as I can in that last minute, and that's when it's time to just sell out. It's the last workout, it's the last part of the last workout. If I'm doing handstand walks, let's just go fast. Having paced everything up until this point, I should have some gas in the tank to just completely empty, and that's how I'm going to try to finish this workout. That's my strategy on this workout. For you, find your pace in this workout. It's long. You have to think about every single part of this workout as just being machine-like. Hit the exact same calories on the rower every minute. See if you can hold that, because that's a nice mental activity to be doing and to focus on there. It's not just row until you hit 180. Break up that 180 into smaller amounts that you can just hit consistently every minute. Handstand walks. Do them, make your breaks as long as you need to just be machine consistent through that and the bar muscle-ups. So those are my strategies for 21.6 and 21.7. I hope you enjoy them. I know I will. See you at the Legends Championship. So that's how I would approach each one of these workouts. I think that this is a well-balanced qualifier to get the best athletes to this championship. I like the balance between heavy lifting, hard lifting, gymnastics, soul-crushing movements, monostructural work, the combination of some of these events with 2 scores. I think it's really, really fun. I'm excited to do it. I'm excited to try these out. I'm excited to see how I do and how I stack up with all of you, especially after kind of a break that I've been taking from CrossFit since the games, doing quite a bit of triathlon training, and then after the triathlon happens on September 11th, I'll have technically 12 days to get some of these qualifiers done. So I'm looking forward to it. And if you're new to the channel and you haven't clicked that subscribe button and the like button, please do it now so you can get notified whenever I post a video that ideally is very helpful for you. I also love coaching dudes, helping them achieve their goals, whether it's losing 20 pounds or trying to get to the CrossFit Games. These are 2 very big goals there. If you're interested in talking with me about either one of those goals, just leave a comment below. I'll reach out to you and we'll connect. See you next time, guys.